I think anyone, no matter how light or how heavy their life may be, it's a good quality to be able to find the light in any situation. You just have to be an optimistic person, and I've always tried to be optimistic because after experiencing some things that I've experienced, it is it really makes you see that you cannot dwell on the negative things.
Yeah, embrace the challenges. Embrace the challenges. Embrace the challenges.
Ah, this song. You don't fight with this one.
Look at you. He's so happy.
You don't fight with this song.
He's so happy. He's like, Mike.
DJ Flash, not DJ Vlad. Alright, so firstly, tell us what's your name and a little about yourself.
My name is Alden Chisholm. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm 28 years old. I'll be 29 this year. And I'm just here.
Who really drove you to be an entrepreneur?
Okay. I'll start from the beginning. As I said before, my mom was a single mother. And, as we know, it is common for single parents to struggle a lot. It is common for them to not be able to always meet the end, getting all the things that's necessary. While I didn't always not go without, but there were many times when I wished that I was able to get certain things. In my high school years, I didn't do very well in high school. I almost didn't graduate on the day of my graduation. 2 hours before my graduation ceremony, I was cleared to graduate because I missed school for a period of time. My school fee wasn't paid because of, my dad not being able to pay. He was the person who paid my school fee. He was not able to pay. And in doing so, I was out of school for a time. That really is what fostered my entrepreneurial mindset. And, since then, I just been going. I was about 16 going on 17. No, 17 going on 18. And I really, really just wanted not to be in this position anymore, not to be the person who's always struggling, not to be the person who's always going without. Because I've seen it happen so many times with my mom and with me. And so it's just been something that I just always didn't want to do. And so that's how I was able to foster that spirit. Foster that skill, if you want to call it.
All right. So, how do you think not having your dad in your home, and not having him as you would like, as much as you would like, you said he was in your life, but as much as you would have liked, how do you think that affected you growing up and the way you are today?
Okay. Truth be told, it still has its effects, even at 28 years old. When I was a child, I wished that I had my parents together. I was in a situation where my dad had his own family. And so I was really just left to just grow up with my mom. Many times I wish that I had him around to see what I was doing. And, having the parents there, it builds confidence.
Right.
And, as a child, I really lacked confidence. I would say that even now I still struggle with having confidence in things. And I think that is something that really is what's the word I want to use? It's really something that kids lack when they don't have both parents. We know that having a father figure, the dad is supposed to be the person that could kind of help to make you feel like, oh, I'm the man, I'm the person. When I walk out of the house, no one could touch me, That's really what the dad's supposed to do. He's supposed to be the person to push you and make you feel like you're the biggest and the best. And I really wish that I had my father around as a kid to help me with that growing up, because, when you become a man, it's now on you to change the things that you did not have fostered as a kid. So that's one thing I wish. I wish I was able to do some of the things that I saw my friends do their parents, but can't cry over spilled milk now.
Do you think that your experiences makes you better from it, and you think that you'll be a better dad because of your experience?
Definitely. I'll say this, and I don't want to get too personal, but I'll say this. I watched my mom go through so much with me. I wasn't a troublesome kid. I wasn't one who required a lot of attention. I was an only child. I knew how to keep my own attention. Um, but I realized that I need to be in my children's life. I don't have children now, but when I do realize that I really want to be in their life to help to create a sense of mental stability for them, emotional stability, because I feel like emotional stability is really what helps to drive people. If you don't have that, you can literally just break down at any moment. So I do think that that is something that's necessary for a parent to be able to teach their child emotional stability. And I do wish that that was something that I had an understanding of, because I have been in a few situations in my high school life where I was suspended, almost expelled, for things that I knew if I had someone in my life who could have guided me, I probably would not have done that.
All right, because you know, kind of know you a little personally. I know that you're a very, even though you're very meticulous and serious, you're very fun guy, very funny, kind of lighthearted. Like, tell us a little about why you have that character trait. I know you take life seriously, but you really relax at the same time. Like, tell us a little about the way you view life. Just as a young entrepreneur and a young man.
Um, okay. Truth be told, and I don't think I've ever verbalized this, but that has been a coping mechanism. Because I've experienced a lot of stuff in life that some days I wouldn't even voice it. But because I've experienced so much, God has really blessed me with this coping mechanism of being able to find the light in even the darkest situation. And I think anyone, no matter how light or how heavy their life may be, it's a good quality to be able to find the light in any situation. You just have to be an optimistic person, and I've always tried to be optimistic, because after experiencing some things that I've experienced, it is it really makes you see that you cannot dwell on the negative things. I really and truly wish I had learned it earlier in life. But I try to just be fun and loving, because I love people, truthfully. I really love people. I love giving my time. I love helping. And anyone who knows me, who's a close friend, or who probably would have come in contact with me for a short period of time, will probably be able to say, I am always willing to help. And I always tell people, hey, anything you need, let me know. Even if I can't, I'll probably find a way to get it done. And, that's how I try to live my life. So trying to put a smile on people's faces is also something that I like to do, because it helps to lighten the mood, lighten the room. It builds a better relationship with people, and it allows people to be more personable with you. So, that's why I like to be fun and happy and laugh all the time, because optimism helps to make you see things so much differently.
Right. So, what is one of your biggest life goals, and how do you plan to achieve it?
My biggest life goal at this very moment, I would say, is to just be financially stable. I don't have a desire to be rich, but I have a desire to be financially stable. I think that financial stability is something, once you don't have to worry about that, you could do basically anything you need to do. And in doing that, I want to make sure that my family is secure. I really and truly cannot wait until I have children. I cannot wait, because I know that once I have kids, I'll be able to provide for them.
Two or four.
I probably, I would say I want two, but I don't mind having three. And if I have four, well, so be it. They're already there, so it is what it is. But I really and truly just want to be able to provide for my family. I know the things that I lacked, and I would want to be able to provide that and ensure that my kids and my offspring are able to achieve the goals or the things that I was not able to achieve because of lack of funds, you know? So those are really my goals. I also really want to just be a great example for my family. I think that in itself is something. The one thing that I always think about is people say, with your daughter, you be the person, you be her first date, you take her out. I don't want to be a creep and take my daughter out on a first date, but I want to be the example of a man for her so that she knows that no one can treat her any kind of how. No one can take it, so that's really where my mindset is in terms of what my ultimate goal is. Just be an example for my kids and be an example for my wife and my family, and just be able that when people see me, they understand that I am a child of God and that I am somebody who is not trying to take them out, or I just want to be someone, be approachable. Yeah.
And my last question is for a young person right now going through a lot of life challenges. Maybe they not financially stable. Maybe they have like a ton of other stuff, maybe on top of their financial problems. Whatever, life challenges as a young person. Like what encouragement, advice, motivation would you want to leave with them?
The one thing that I would say is don't give up. It may sound cliche, but don't give up. We go through so many things, and we allow them to cripple us moving forward. We allow them to stop us in our tracks. And I would say, no matter who might have done you anything or what situation you may be in, you could literally just change the way you think, change the way that you receive that situation, and you could make it into an even better situation. See the positive side. Try not to wallow in sorrow. And it's hard because sometimes because we don't know how to see a different side of the picture, we tend to just be stuck. But I do know that just as a young person, it's always hard to what's the word I want to use? It's always hard to move forward when we don't have the tools. But sometimes we really just have to try to find it and figure out what's going on so that we can move forward. And I know once we do that, we could be the best person we gotta be, whether it be spiritually, emotionally, physically. We just have to know what's holding us back and release it, and we could do anything. That's my advice to any young person, because we have so many things happening in the world. It could be sexual stuff. It could be mental instability. It could be abuse. And there's so many things that people experience and they cannot find a way out. So I feel it's much needed that we even just seek a counselor. Seek somebody who you could speak to, who could help you in your life. Success comes from seeking it. If you seek success, you will be successful. And so in doing that, and whatever other things may be crippling you, you have to seek a way out of that situation, and you will definitely find your way at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All we need is us. All we ever need is love. Been down so long, right now all we see is up. Yeah, life ain't perfect, but still be grateful. That's a must. Yeah, embrace the challenges. Yeah, embrace your challenges. Embrace your challenges.